Hello and welcome to SFR this evening. We are here in Qatar. We should be racing in about 10 seconds, as you can see on your screen. Should be about 10 seconds till we get underway, and it should be in a very exciting race. Of course, Qatar, one of the newer tracks in Formula One. Let's have a look at the driver standings now. No one can go out on track yet, of course, since that's just standings P19 currently. Leading our driver standings by about by 23 points to Mansell in the Haas. He's followed by Keeps again, 23 points, and again Cassidy, 23 points. They're all equal on points. Second, third, fourth, equal on points. Nice to see close championship out of there. Then it's Ukash and Mav Wasp in P5 and P6, really with an outside chance of winning this championship. Red Bull, I believe so, can wrap the championship up in this race or the next, if I'm not wrong. So that'll be a nice little sweetener for the Red Bulls. There's one Red Bull coming out here, our championship leader, SFR Calvin Racing. He's been absolutely rapid this season. 3 wins, 8 podiums, no fastest laps, surprisingly. 3 poles, 3 penalty points. Took him till Netherlands to get his first win, which just shows consistency is key. And since the Netherlands, he's won 3 out of 5, and getting a podium in 4 out of 5 of those races. As MCFC should be the first car coming around for his lap through this fast triple right-hander, which is absolutely flat out if you have downforce for it, which few of the drivers will have. It's quite a high downforce circuit as the car also heats up the field as well. Quite a lot. Here we go. MCFC is going to DRS is wide open. You don't want to use too much of the ERS though. Of course, car coming out the pit lane right into turn 1, that'll be. But out the way goes Cassidy. Through turn 1, nice and early on the throttle, you can go quite wide through there. Nice entry and exit there for MCFC as well. If he wants to turn the ERS off just before this corner. And take it nice and easy. There we go, ERS should be off. It should go back on about now. There we go, start your braking point into the head, and nice overtaking opportunity there, of course. And on the exit, nice and flat out, and a late braking here. You can turn while braking, of course, shown by MCFC there. Don't want to get too much on that curve, because you will either invalidate or spin. You can cut quite a bit on the inside there, and again, you don't want to hit that inside curve too much, otherwise you will spin again, since the sausage curves are there. And this is going to be a tough test. 7 cars, 6 cars in this triple right-hander. Through 1, through 2, and through 3. There's a car in the way. Oh, that was the Haas. And there's another McLaren in the way of the Williams. If he comes around the final corner now, gets the ERS and the foot down nice and early. Runs out of the ERS though, because he didn't turn it off. And he will be setting about a tenth slower than he could have been setting, as he sets a 1:52.1. But that was with a blocked car, obviously blocking his way. Next up to have a go should be another one of the cars. Mark Querty there going 4 seconds slower. It might have been just a bank of hit. Calvin Racing flying round 1, flying round 2, flying round 3, flying round the final 1. In towards the braking point, you want to brake just at the 50, maybe just past the 50. Miss that inside curve, don't want to hit too much, and then flat out all the way down towards the straight. And it's going to be for Calvin Racing P1 by half a second. So quite a big gap there. Mav G next up. It's going to set. He actually had enough ERS, and you know what? It's paid off because he's gone quite high up there. P3. As with Alpha Tauri. of Energy Dan. Has he used all his energy? No, he hasn't. He's used it all now, as he goes to P3 now, just ahead of Maggi. And the Vicar, Maggi's father, goes just behind. Doran, there we go. Scousser on the board, P3. Keith's, he's been quite quick this season as well. I believe he's on a lap P10 at the minute. Obviously, not used a P2 for Keith's. There we go. That's a nice lap for him. He's been rapid in the practice sessions we've done during this recent practice. Mansell goes to P4. I believe he was him that blocked EKG MCFC. And he stopped him just behind him, 2,000 behind him. The exact. Just loading now P12 to finish his lap. Goes to P10. From the just not that far off of his teammate or his teammate's father. As next up in the drum roll, not Cassidy, he's into the pit lane. And that is a surprise. Ellie into the pit lane too. Never mind, she's coming out. Klooster through some of the final corners. You don't want to go too wide either there, otherwise you'll just spin it and lose it. As through the final corner to start his lap. Oh, that could have been in the this and next. We'll find out that it is a this and next. He's not going fast enough to be starting the lap. Yep, this and next lap. Anyone else on a lap? Mr. Wiggles on a lap. Mr. Wiggles invalidates his lap. Anyone else? Just loading. Billy G. Energy Dan. It looks like Billy G's on a lap. Maybe. No. He should come into the pits. There we go. There's no one else on a lap at the minute. Keith's just trundling round. Even Martin, I can tell you, with the double D's and the Smithy. Always tell by your spelling, the Scotsman. Nice, and it's a nice one there. I'll double check. As that should affect who has retired and who's just gone out for an outlap. As I'm looking at the table standings there. Mindful Wasp, Cuban, he should be retired. Cassidy coming back out, doesn't have a Cuban. And yeah, that's it. Cuban for Mindful Wasp. And yeah, what was Mansell doing? He blocked me on my fast lap. Yeah, that is. It happens sometimes. Just report it. MCFC. Cassidy on his out lap. Klooster finally starting his lap. I believe he's one of the only few on a lap. Keith's surprisingly staying out to go for another one. It'll be Klooster then Keith's in this next run. Is anyone else running around? Calvin, no. There we go. Shaggy, or was it Wiggles? It was Wiggles to P6. Nice lap for the man from Yorkshire. Klooster through the hairpin, nice and easy on the throttle. Nice and wide and exit as well, using all the track you can on entry. Nip that inside curve, out you go, and down towards the fast right you go. Nice inside, wide entry. Nip that apex and wide exit as well. Exactly what you want around here. Few corners. It's like this coming up, flat out. Oh, he's not flat out, that's quite surprising. Maybe going quite easy on that is Klooster. As we head to the line, Keith's might get a nice toe from the McLaren as they head towards the line. Here we go, Klooster to the line. It's going to be for the McLaren man, a 123.6. Keith's goes top with a 121.5. But that is with a toe from the nice Klooster ahead of him. Calvin still in the pit lane at MCFC, coming out for his outlap. Wiggles on an in-lap. Shaggy might have just finished his lap. No, he's just starting it. 123.3 for his banker. Utkarsh as well, coming for his lap. And Alex Haug. And Cassidy through. Here we go, Cassidy flat out. Oh, there's an Alfred and Romeo in the way. That could have ended quite badly. That looked like the Mr. Wiggles, and he's sliding through the corner after hitting the inside too hard. Cassidy through the final corner now. Nice early on the brakes, nice and late on entry. Oh, most run invalidation is the Red Bull. And up towards the line. Here comes Cassidy. He's going to go to P5. Nice lap for the Scotsman. It actually looks like Wiggles is going to go for another lap. Doesn't have enough fuel. So, quite surprising. Alex Haug to the line. Alex Haug to P15. Anyone else? Round in a few of the corners. They took cars through the flat out corners. Nice lift. A little blip on the brake. Just flick it round the corner. Nice early entry there for Upkarsh. Nice corner for Upkarsh. Perfect. But already has used all of his DRS. He's got on his not too much. So there we go. Upkarsh, it doesn't matter anyway. He goes for traditional pole. That was a perfect lap for Upkarsh there to go quicker. Oh, I've actually got my home. But his teammate now a 10th up through the middle sector, as he should be going quite a bit up as well in the final sector after he was blocked by Mansell. He improves, but doesn't improve his position. MCFC to P4, Mansell P5 on his lap. By the looks of things, a 10th up at the minute. And that'll be an interesting one in the race. 7 those two next to it. Especially after what happened in qualifying there. No one else on a lap. Cassidy into the pit lane. There. Outlap. Calvin outlap. So he should be finishing his lap soon. Oliver to finish his lap first though. Into the pit lane, never mind. Spoke way too soon for that one. There comes Mansell, former Division 1 champion a few seasons ago, if I'm not wrong on that. It might have been a few seasons ago. Mansell Division 1 champion, here we go. Currently in Division 2. He's going to go and stay in P5. Is the Haas. Not exactly where you want to be. Dan on a lap though, a 10th up. Flicking it through that final apex. Oh, he could have gone way faster through there. Probably just flick it, chuck it through. And there we go, nice early apex for Dan. Nice early exit for Dan as well. DRS wide open, to the line. It's going to be energy Dan, using all of his energy to go to P8. Jumps ahead of Mr. Wiggles. The two Yorkshiremen on the same row of the grid at the minute. Here comes the Vicar though. To the line. SFR the Vicar goes to P8. Jumping. Energy Dan and his teammate Mr. Wiggles. Is loading now. There, no. Not on a lap. He is on a lap though. Our championship leader. No, he's not. He's invalidated. As that is Mansell. Is he on another lap there, Mansell, or is he just on a quick in lap? 18. To see who is on a lap. Doran to the line. Was that an improvement? No, it was just an outlap. Keith's outlap as well. Anyone on an actual lap? Gizelodian is. I think he might be our only one on an actual lap apart from Doran. Dan on an in lap. Gizelodian on an actual lap. Here we go. Purple sector 1 for Gizelodian. Nice and quick through there for the Dutchman. Nice and easy on the power early. Can he jump into that top 10? He hasn't been there much this season. The former GP5 champion, of course, a few seasons ago, season 9 I believe. Of course I commentated on that season. My first season when I was a squeaky voiced with no balls. Gizelodian, here we go, through the fast right, nice and flat. Little lift. Doesn't have that downforce though, clearly. Has a little lift again through the final right, through the final left. Just a slight brake and a lift there for him, nice and easy. About half on the brake, and this is actually going to be a nice lap for the Ferrari through the final corner. DRS wide open. Does he have that DRS to make it to the line? He doesn't, but he's used it halfway down the straight. And Gizelodian jumps to P6. What a lap for him. Wiggles on his final lap of the session now. Doran as well goes up to P6, jumping Gizelodian. And that is what you want to see. you're the Alpine. Ellie not set a lap yet either. Alex Haug. Ellie is not going to set a lap, neither is Oliver. By the looks of things. There's a Red Bull to the line. That is going to be Cassidy on an out lap. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, there was a Clousler on his lap. Alpine on a lap. That keeps P2 and joint P2 in the championship at the minute with Mansell and Cassidy. Oh! He's not done it. That probably would have put him on provisional pole. Exactly what he needs to continue his championship hopes, but now it's all kind of fell away for Keith there through the final corner. The final left-hander on the track kind of fell away and invalidated. Mad G to the line. Nice lap for him at the minute. P6 jumps his teammate and jumps Doran. 9/10 improvement. That is massive. Mr. Wiggles up to P10 as well. Cassidy down there. 3/10 up. 5/10 up. Never mind. Purple sector 2. Flat out. Slight lift. No, flat out again. The absolute commitment for Cassidy there. And this could pay off to be an amazing lap for the Scot. Through the final corner, didn't take the apex which he wanted to, but he might have a run down to the line. Here we go. Doran is happy with his P7 at the minute. Can't improve. Speaking of improvement, Cassidy improves to P4. Same row as his teammate. Keeps is just going to have to charge that battery. Calvin in front. Those two near each other on the track. As that looks like Clousler to start his final lap of the session. Williams on a lap. Buckharsh on an out lap. There. It's going to be Energy Dan on an out lap. Can't find anyone on an actual lap though. Is one of the Ferraris on a lap? No, that'll be an in lap for Mad G. The Haas of Oliver on his final attempt as well. Calvin. This will be it. Next person to cross the line will be Alex Haig. So let's ride on board with him. Through the fast right. Through the fast right again. He's ran out of ERS. He won't have that pace to the line. Oh, what has happened there to Alex Haig? As Mad J happy with his P7. That was he actually jumps ahead of Doran. Of course, and he's gone well wide. Has the Aston Martin. And that is going to be it for him. As there's a car right across the road. There's two of there. EKG MCFC. As well as Shaggy. No improvement for Shaggy. Slight improvement for MCFC. He does not gain a position. Speaking of gaining positions though, he will be jumped by Mansell, who is going to jump to P4. Huge lap for Mansell. Calvin. Cassidy doesn't improve. Calvin through the first sector. What has he got up his sleeve? A 10th down for Calvin. Not what he wants whatsoever. Oh, and that is it for Calvin. Not a single improvement for Calvin. Keith starts his final run. Not going to be enough. Buckharsh though to the line to just go a little bit faster and secure that pole position. He doesn't. Dan though in that AlphaTauri. Can he go any faster than he has? He does, but it's not enough for the position. Clousler to P11 missed that one completely. Oliver in the Haas to the line. P7. And that is the end of qualifying. Apart from Wiggles, here we go. One more to go. He's invalidated. Never mind. Shaggy, no. Clousler, Althaug, no. Ellie not setting a lap with Martha Wasp. As Keats just trundles round. As he takes P2 once again. Calvin, after the spin, is going to line up in P3 in the race. Not at all what he wants to be doing, considering he's trying to keep that championship alive with the guy ahead of him, Keiths. Keiths is trying to keep that championship ahead of him. As Keiths, if he wins today, Calvin DNFC will take the lead of the championship, but that is a very tall order, of course. But we will see. Clousler just waiting on him to come around the final corner and retire. Calvin there, P3. Mansell, P4. Buckharsh, pole position. That is exactly what he wants, though, isn't it? As he's trying to keep his championship hopes alive. Not that far behind Keeps, who is ahead of, and Keeps not too far behind of Calvin Racing. 23 points is the gap to Calvin. Yet to win a race this season is Keeps, but 5 podiums keeps him in the hunt at the minute, and 3 poles, of course, keeps him in the hunt. Not another one today to make it 4. Very nearly could have been another one. But your race order for Qatar is going to be Ukash on pole, followed by Keeps in P2. Row 2, Calvin Mansell, Cassidy and MCFC in row 3. Oliver and Mad G, P7, 8, P9, 10. Doran and Gizelodian. That rounds out your top 10. Then it's Dan and Clouset in P11 and P12. P13 and 14, it's an all Alfa Romeo lockout for that position. Billy G, P15. OWR Shaggy in P16. Alex Haug, Mark Quercy, Elliot TX, and Mindful Wasp rounds off your grid. Mindful Wasp with a very tall order to do, considering he's still in the hunt for this championship, of course. P6, Ukash, P5 in the championship, on pole. Mindful Wasp, equal points, I believe, no, 2 points behind, is P20. So he needs to jump miles ahead to even keep his championship hopes alive. Of course, after this we go to Miami, then Portugal, then Vegas. Then we finish off in Great Britain, which is, of course, the home of Grand Prix racing, and the home Grand Prix for a lot of these drivers. Strategy today should be a medium hard, with a lot of fuel put in, and not many safety cars, since the walls are so far away from the track. Due to it being a MotoGP track, of course, no walls near. As we just wait for the start. Of course, Div 1 action coming up tomorrow, as I believe Laser leads that championship. No, sorry, MZJ leads that championship. I'm used to saying Laser since he usually dominates Div 1, but no, MZJ leads. Keeps, Ukash and Mansell is the top 3 for Martin by the looks of things. Calvin, if he doesn't bottle it. Typical Martin in party with Calvin, of course. So that should be an interesting one to see. MZJ, of course, leads the championship in Div 1. Harry Kane, Beremi, Laser and Draugen is the top 5 in that. Speaking of Lord Martin, P7 at the minute. No podiums to his name. And a single penalty point, of course, for him. Myself, I'm down in P17 with 6 penalty points. And not a good look for me at the minute. But here we go for the formation lap in Qatar, as Ukash leads us off as they head away slowly round the track, and F1 is on the hards, apart from Gizelodian and Clouset on the softs. That is a shock, to say the least. Clouset going for the... just loading over the mediums off the line. He'll be doing medium hard. No surprises there. Unless he's going soft to medium to soft, which is an even bigger stretch for him. But hard medium is definitely the preferred strategy for a lot of drivers around here. Calvin P3, followed by his championship rivals behind. Getting beat by me who's done half a season, oh dear. Well, I don't really want to support my championship in Division 1, but it is Red Bull dominating both championships in the Constructors. And Yeah, not very hard for the Red Bulls. Both of them with very solid lineups. Williams actually, I'm P2 in the championship, mate. So I don't know where you're on about. You're P9, I'm P2. If we can't constructors when I'm being carried by my teammates. But yeah, as we go back to this race in Division 2, it's going to be full dry race. Don't expect any rain around Qatar. Calvin Racing can extend his championship here to Mansell and Keefs if he just finishes ahead of him. But Karsh needs to win to keep his championship hopes alive, and Mindful Wasp down in P20 really needs to keep his championship hopes alive by getting some decent points. The number 98, AlphaTauri, don't think he's won a championship in SFR for a few seasons now. It might have been Division 4 championship or was GP4 championship back in the day. Yeah, I'm wrong on that. Frederick Ramovai, oh god, that's he's old. Yeah, Mindful Wasp, he's won the Div 2 title before, formerly GP2 in season 13 on the F1 22 game, and he's very left-handed there, as we'll get ready to start this race with Upkarsh. 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. They wait in hell for very long. Calvin with an amazing start already to get past Keefs into turn 1. It should be 3 wide. Calvin and the Haas as well getting jumped by Cassidy. 2 wide there through the field. No collisions through turn 1. Nice and easy. Wiggles go quite wide there as we go clean through. Alex Powell down to P20. Upkarsh still leading the race. Followed by Calvin up to P2. Keefs in P3. Cassidy P4. Jumping Mansell. Oliver nearly beating his teammate there. MCFC down 2 positions. Down to P7. Getting jumped by both. There we go. There's a dive on by Matt G on MCFC. There's contact made. Both of them making contact. That opens the door for Energy Zan. Doran goes down to P11 from P8. Poor start for him. As there we go, off the inside, goes down on his friends, to be exact. Matt G. Cluset making use of those softs, moving up 2 positions. Doran down to P11. Jitloadian down 2 positions to P12. Not making use of those mediums whatsoever off the start. And it's nice and clean through the start for a lot of people. It's going to be penalty central for a lot of the leaders as well. You just need to keep it in the white line, and you should have to win. Mansell, P5, Cassidy in front, needs to get past that Red Bull as soon as possible. Keeps there. Closing in on Mansell, Karsh fastest lap of the race. 6/10 ahead of Calvin Racing. This moves behind. Cluset going right to the inside and right round the outside of Energy Dan, as they're still going to go side by side through the next couple of corners too. And it's going to be nice and clean. Mad G having a little look at the AlphaTauri as well. Not going to be done by Mad G though. The second gap between Cluset and MCFC though already. It's not what you want. You want to be in the DRS and kind of be in a little train, of course. Mad G. Jitloadian, and Doran going side by side there. Mediums coming and paying off for the Ferrari. Mindful Wasp already up to P15. Nice start for him, of course. Absolutely flying up the field. As Calvin is starting to fall out of DRS. 8/10 gap to the leader. He needs to not lose a 10th in the next lap. Otherwise he, not even 10th, half a 10th now. Otherwise he will not be getting DRS come lap 3. And that'll be an interesting battle between him and Keefs. And Keefs having that pace at the minute. He might look up the inside of Calvin Racing. No, backs out of it. Mansell, Cassidy, Mansell. No battles coming on here. MCFC still sitting there. Cluset on those socks, not pulling in enough. Mad G and Energy Dan. P9 and P10 at the minute there. Oh, little look for Mad G, and he's going to look up the inside into turn 5. Turn 4 and 5. No, teammate behind, no risks. You might even let your teammate through to have a little fight at him. And oh, there's nearly collisions between the two Ferraris, implosions in Qatar. Don't want to be doing that too often. Mad G using quite a bit of his DRS already. You don't want to be doing that, considering you don't gain any ERS around you, you're losing. You lose all the ERS you use. You lose more than you use as well, aren't you? So just watch Dan trying to get back into that DRS of Clouseau, which would help his race like a huge amount as we head through the DRS detection point. Calvin might have got that. Keeps certainly got that. Cassidy didn't get it, so we should see an overtake there. Calvin just about got that DRS on Ukash. Here comes Keeps though, using his DRS to the line. Ukash into turn 1. He's going to go up the inside. Not Ukash. Keeps into turn 1. Gets the move on the inside. No, doesn't. Changes to the outside for turn 2. Tries to switch back into turn 3. Doesn't get it done. Nice racing between these two as they head towards turn 4. Here comes Keeps again. No, backs out of this one. Mansell ahead of Cassidy. Oliver ahead of Cassidy still as well. Clouseau in that P8. Mad G still sitting behind Energy Dan. Just loading P11. Doran P12. Michael Wasp up to P13. He's gone very wide, as a lot of the drivers have there. Here comes Billy G. He's round the outside of Vicker for P15. And you know what? He's got it done. Round the outside. One of these corners is very hard to do. Oh, he's tried to go again. He's gone right round and off the track. And it's quite a decent battle. These three. As Calvin coming into his own now. As gets DRS on Ukash for the main straight. Again, might have lost it there actually. Calvin doesn't get DRS, Keeps does. Here we go, Calvin into turn 1, he's duck to the Alpine, who should just fly round his outside, or up his inside even, and he does. Nice and easy move for Keeps there, as he just sailed past that car. Few battles behind here, just loading, and Energy Dan, Michael Wasp, with Energy Dan and just loading and Doran all in this big little battle pack here. This little battle pack, not big little battle pack, big battle pack of about 5-6 cars. As you can see them all come round that corner. It's 4, 5. Inside, no, doesn't get it done. Wiggles goes round the outside though of that Alpine, and you know what a move. Wiggles round the outside, switches to the inside for the next corner of course, and gets the move done. As Jizzalodian, Shaggy gets our first penalty of the race, lap 5 of this race. He's up at this rate, he should get should be about 9 seconds of penalties for him. Here we go. Wiggles gets his first of the race as well, down in P13. His Michael Wasp is right on the back of Jizzalodi and Cassidy up the inside. Gets done up the inside by Oliver, who actually as well, MCSC looking to have a go at that Red Bull, but doesn't have the straight line speed for it. Calvin just keeping in that DRS of the leaders. Same for Keeps, he's just staying in the DRS of the leader as well. Just loading, leading a train of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. As it's going to become 6 now. As this yellow flag, that is Cassidy. It looks like MCFC's dumped him round, as MCFC slows right down for him, as Cassidy is dumped to P19. MCFC down to P18 will probably give that position back. Doesn't excuse a penalty being awarded to him though. Of course, as Alex Howell gets an illegal overtake, and that is the problem with letting people through. You can't be doing that. You just carry on with your own race, get penalised for it. As Mad G already out of VRS early on in this race. Same for Clouseau. Both of them out of VRS early in this race. Ukarsh, Keefs leads once again. It's exactly what you want to see if you're part of the Keefs fan club, which usually arrives into the chat. Just waiting on some action. Not much going around the track at the minute. Energy down. I'm still sitting behind Mr. Wiggles. There we go, Keefs fan club is into the chat. Come on, Keefs is the first thing you see. Number 3, Alpine in the lead of the race, followed by the Williams of Ukarsh, followed by our championship leader, SFR Calvin Racing, who is in a championship fight with Keefs himself. As we just see and wait for more action down this main straight. Clouseau under pressure from Mad G now, as those softs will be dying and screaming out for a pit stop any lap now. Ukarsh does have that DRS, but he's not close enough to make a move into turn 1. Not really anyone making a move into turn 1 apart from Mad G, who should just absolutely fly past this McLaren into turn 1. Here we go. That's the move done. Into turn 1. Dieselodian still in that DRS. Mr. Wiggles and Doran going side by side through turn 1. Here we go. Turn 2, it'll be the outside for Doran, inside for Wiggles. Doran hangs it out the outside, and he's gotten the move done. That'll turn to the inside for the next 3 corners for Doran, and he gets it done way before the corner's even made. As Ellie actually looking for a move on Billy G, gets it done. Nice and easy for Ellie. As Clouseau picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not what you want to be doing this early in the race. Doran still closing in on Energy Dam. I'm kind of trying to play safe now. I really need to get to Oliver picking up a 3-second time penalty. That is huge for that lead, and that is P5 at the minute for him. Mansell, P4, and quite a way off the leaders. Calvin just needs to sit and hope. Not sit and hope, just needs to sit and stay in those positions. Clouseau and Mad G still fighting in 6 and 7. Mad G round the outside is going to stick it with those much grippier hards at this point of the race. Gets the move done. And nice and easy for him. Clouseau's not going to have a look up into turn 4 or to turn 5. Just keeps that position. And we should be seeing a pit stop very soon for this McLaren. Calvin just sitting in the DRS of Ukarsh and Keefs. Keefs needing a win to keep his championship hopes quite high. As Cassidy's first in, actually didn't notice that. Cassidy into the pit lane. P20, 19 seconds to Mark Quercy. Might have actually had some front wing damage as well. But let's see what he can get done in his comeback drive. Ukarsh, no pitting for anyone at the minute. As we just wait and see Mad G and Clouseau just out of that DRS. Dieselodian is praying behind them. As we see, staying out again, Billy G with his first penalty of the race. Wasp up to P9, that is amazing. Comeback driving there from P20. Doran, P10, Dan, P11, should be done into turn 1 by Mr. Wiggles, who goes right to the inside. So thank you very much. And we might even see SFR the Vicar go up the inside as they go side by side still. Dan does not give up this position. And you can see why he's got some of the most overtakes in the league at the minute. And he's carrying it through a few of the corners, into turn 4 and 5. No overtakes done through here, unless it does switch back for the hairpin. Cluser still there with Wasp right behind him. Will we see Wasp get any patient and go for it in the drive bomb into some of these final few corners as he's backing him up into Doran. And now, if you're Wasp, you don't want to be. Yes, he's gone for it. And now he's got to push extra hard to get into that DRS of Jizzleodian, otherwise he will be re-overtaken instantly. Mad G picks up his first 3 seconds of the race. Jizzleodian is in the DRS is under pressure in the DRS. And there we go, Cluser into the pits off those softs. What will he bit onto? First scheduled stop of the race for one of these drivers. Caster, of course, already stopped, but wasn't the scheduled one. He probably hoped to pit out lap 15 or 16. Keeps is smashing it indeed at the top of the table at the minute. Cluser onto the mediums to go 18 laps. That is a stretch and a half to keep him into a decent position, as Peeps still leading the race at the minute. Upcharge P2, Calvin P3, and Mansell 5 seconds back in P4, but not much of a. Oh, there we go. Cassidy picking up a 3-second time penalty down in. Never mind. Not much materialising out of the track. Oh gosh, still trying to hold on into that the edge of keeps. No one into the pit yet, no one risking it. No one's going to blink first and go, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'll need to box this lap. Will Jizzleodian be that guy? No, he won't be. He's not going to cause the chain reaction. As we should see Michael Wasp into turn 1, go around the outside with the DRS. It should be a nice and easy move for him to make. No, doesn't go for it. Sits behind. He'll be sitting around for a few more corners at the very least. At least 4 corners. There's 2 gone, there's 3. Can he get it done into this turn 4, or his preferred overtaking spot of turn 6, through 4, through 5? And you know what, is he going to have a go here? He's not close enough to the Ferrari. Oh, he is close enough to go for the Ferrari. The Ferrari goes wide. There's a slight contact made, and no damage done to either car either. What's trying to switch back now? Can he give it another go into this semi Irish corner? It all becomes the same as this track. Cutting across the circuit. Oh, there we go, Michael Wasp is very close to the back of Jizzleodian now. Braking to make sure he doesn't hit the back of him, which is a risk you don't want to take around here. Jizzleodian is not going to pit. He will come under pressure from Michael Wasp through this final corner and eventually down the main straight and be overtaken by the AlphaTauri, who will move himself up to P7 and provisional P6 considering the penalty situation. There we go, nice and easy for Wasp. He's up to P7 from P20 on the grid, absolutely flying with that AlphaTauri. Doran, of course, still there in P9, looking to get up to P8 and strengthen Alpine's position in the championship. Shaggy first to blink. He's got to do 16 laps on those mediums. Cluser has got to do even further laps, 19, to make it to the end of the race by himself. Keeps sitting there. Currently P1. Yeah, and Keeps actually has broke out of the DRS. And somehow Calvin's been building his battery back up. MC actually gets his first penalty of the afternoon. Probably won't be the last of a lot of these drivers. Calvin has saved up a lot of battery, which is quite a surprise in our idea, which you can't really do. Of course, still there, 6 tenths back, 5 tenths. Needs to be lost if he wants to keep it, as Keeps is out of battery. Just loading and door and swapping positions there into turn 1. Round turn 2 to go. Doran through turn 5, through turn 6. Not close enough. We should see the leaders start to make their pit stops round about now. There we go. Will anyone blink first out of these 3? It's about 3 seconds. Go. 3 seconds undercut gap for these. Shaggy with us, 3 seconds. Oh gosh, still not close enough. So. Yes, keeps keeping it up. Still in the lead of the race, of course. As MCFC into the pit lane, Dan into the pit lane too. Those two runs quite close to each other on the top. MCFC gets stripped by Shaggy on the undercut. Gosh, is he going to? There we go. Keeps is the first to blink. Calvin follows him in. Upkarsh is going to be done by the pair of them, and that is not a smart move by the Williams. You want to follow him in. If you're Upkarsh, Mansell follows them in too. Oliver stays out. Madju stays out. Wasp as well. Doran is following his teammate in. This could be quite a risky double stack. He should come out. Oh, he's being held up a little bit. As we'll see, Calvin and Keeps come out just behind Billy G. As we see, Calvin is going to be held up even further by Billy G. Calvin needs to make the move done, and he's got the move done into turn 4 to keep the chances of winning alive for the Red Bull. Mad G. Still out in P3 at the minute. Martha Wasp closing in on him though. Upkarsh has to pit at the end of this lap if he wants to keep a chance at winning this race. As there we go, Woodcosh into the pits. Oliver follows him in. Nadji and Wasp in as well. Here we go. Here is Ellie. Here's Goose. And he is going to come out quite a bit ahead. Of Woodcosh. Here we go. DRS for Keeps. He's going to come out at least 3 seconds ahead. Keeps gets back into the lead of the race. Ellie and Keeps too. Still on those hard. There we go, Calvin, turn 5 again, gets that move done. He's about a second back though now, so we won't have that DRS. Woodcosh still there behind Ellie. He needs to get the move done really quickly. Woodcosh is falling away from this lead group. Calvin staying in that DRS of Keeps. By the looks of things, he's chucked it round that final corner. As he should get that DRS on Keeps. Does he? He doesn't. That is huge in this race. Woodcosh 2 seconds back. Mansell past Ellie, who's into the pits. 4 of those mediums, freshest mediums up a lot. Billy G as well. Mansell P4, followed by Woodcosh in ahead of Woodcosh in P3. Calvin just needs to push this lap to get back into that DRS. Woodcosh is pushing his absolute mental as well to get back into the DRS of the 2 of them. Oh gosh, I don't want to go too wide there, mate. It's just a battle between these three at this point. It's Calvin. Cash, P3, Mindful Wasp, P7, Cluset, there we go, Mindful Wasp up to P7, Doran is just behind him as well, Wiggles behind those two. Here's my hero. Oh, that's cute, that is nice and cute to see in the chat. Woodcosh. Woodcosh still P3. Still P3 is, there we go, Calvin. Calvin has got the DRS. Off of Mark Quirty, who's got that straight line speed there as Mark Quirty. Wow, what a pace on that Aston Martin. As you see, oh gosh. Bookcars in P3, just behind Calvin. Bookcars P3. Still, Mansell, P4, not much happening up and down the field. Kusa still in that top 10 at the minute. Doran is tyres in the diode. Oh, does DNF Cassidy into the pit lane? More DNF. Doran up the inside goes Mr. Oh, there's a ripple on the track. That kind of throws a spanner in the works. Cassidy there, out of the race this evening. Bookcars has finally gotten past Calvin Racing, didn't notice that. As Mansell is just going to hold on to P4 at the minute. Bookcars is probably the favourite to win this race at the minute with those fresher tyres. Wiggles still there, P9. Kusa still there hanging on eventually. And his 5 lap older tyres, which is quite a surprise. MCFC on a little bit of a comeback drive after contact with Cassidy. Oh, nice dive there as This is a nice battle between MCFC and Kusa. Bookcars is closing in on that lead of SFR Keiths. Not close enough yet for the DRS. Mindful loss, closing in on Mad G, both of them are penalties, and let's have a look at that penalty situation. Mad G with an 8-second time penalty at the minute, 2 seconds for Oliver, 3 seconds. Oh, Mindful loss, Doran is going to have to close in about 1.8 seconds. As yellow flag to the spinner at the back, that looks looks like MCFC, and it is MCFC, spinning at turn 4 on the exit. Keeps has and yeah. Keeps still in the lead of the race with 5 to go. Calvin in P2. Calvin picking up a penalty there. Not what you want to do if you're in the lead. So if you're in the battle for the lead here, as Mad G fighting Michael Wasp is close. Mad G just hanging on to that P7 at the minute. Nice race for him. He'll be down to P8, maybe even P9 by the end of the race. Going still there. Mad G still having a go here. At Michael Wasp. Calvin still there as well. Calvin still going to this P2 on track. Energy down in P11, P12 maybe. Wiggles with it, 2-second time pressure. There we go, Calvin gets that move done into turn 1. He needs to push hard now to get into Keith's DRS. Oh! Doesn't want to do that. Calvin not going to do enough at the minute to get Keiths. Keiths is running away with this one at the minute. Well, GG's to those with no pens. That'll be a different story tomorrow, I think. Calvin still there in P3. Not going to be enough. Ellie getting here second of the race penalty. Dan and Gislodian fighting Billy G down at the bottom. Dan is still there. Calvin still there. Oliver is chasing down his teammate. Quite surprisingly, MCFC retired with 3 to go. As Wasp picks up his 3-second of the race, and actually might fall to Doran in P8 after a minute. If Doran gets a bit of a move on, he might be able to get him. Mad G still closing in. He needs to get him soon if he wants a chance. That's jumping ahead of him. Mansell there, getting ahead of Oliver. Oliver, getting ahead of Mansell as you go round the outside into there. Williams in the way. Oliver is Ukarsh now into P3 on the race, as I'm just gonna do a quick check on Keith's in terms of warnings, as that'll be an interesting one. Single warning for him, another warning for him. So if he just keeps it within those white lines on this final lap, he will win this race. But he needs to keep it in the lines. Keeps his control of this race ever since he's gotten into the lead, and quite a few battles up and down the field now. Ellie actually gets past Doran now, obviously with much fly past. As Keith's now with just 6 corners to go, 5 corners to go even, sorry, before his first win of the season. As here we go, round in the final corner, SFR Keith's to win his first race in SFR Division 2 Season 13. Alpine have won their first race of the season with SFR Keith's by 1.2 seconds just to Ukarsh and Calvin, as it's going to be Calvin to come home in P3. As Mansell to the line, there was a 2 flashes goes to the line together. Ellie come home in P8. What a race. P9. Sorry, P7 for Doran. What a race for her. P10 for Ellie even. P11 for Billy. P13 for Billy. Sorry, Dan. P11, P12 for Gislodian. Cruiser is P14 by the looks of things, depending on penalties. No, he'll be P15, and Mr. Wiggles comes home P16. As that is your race tonight. What a race it was for SFR Keith's. coming home with his first win of the season. And yeah, very good race for him. Congratulations to the top three being Keiths, Utkarsh and Calvin. Yeah, we don't do this point system course, so that is not going to be your gains and losses in the championship. It won't be an 11-point swing to Keiths. It should be something else. But Keiths in P1, followed by Utkarsh, Calvin, Mansell, Oliver, Wasp, Doran, Mad G, Vicar, LECX in P10. That is your P10. Nice result there, starting from P19. Mine for Wasp gets my driver of the day, though, from P20 on the grid. Followed by Dan, Jizzlodian, Billy G, Alex Haug, Clouser, Mr. Wheels, Shaggy, Mark Querty, and our only two DNFs from the race were EKG MCFC and Cassidy. Cassidy retired early on in the race after a collision with MCFC, and MCFC later retired after going a few laps, I believe a lap down. And that will be it from Qatar this evening. We will see you next week in Miami, and we'll see you tomorrow for Division 1 racing around Qatar. That is it from me tonight. Goodbye.